The New York Jets are transitioning to their new head coach, Aaron Glenn. And with his first draft, how did he end up doing? My name's Tyler, here with my brother Ryan. And today we're breaking down the Jets 2025 NFL draft. But before we do that, Ryan is getting married here in a couple weeks. So send him an early wedding present by hitting that subscribe button, tackling that bell, and leaving a like and a comment. Let us know what you think of the Jets 2025 NFL draft. So, as I said, definitely a regime change going on in New York, rebuilding for sure, trying to get a good foundation going. So, with their first pick at 7th overall in the 2025 draft, they ended up drafting Armand Membou, right tackle out of Missouri. Really like that pick just as a whole, really athletic, fit their needs, like their one major need, I think, really well. Then follow that up here in the second round with Mason Taylor, tight end, another big need. Then in the third round, Azareye'h, cornerback out of Florida State in the third round. And then in the fourth round, kickoff day 3, Arian Smith, receiver from Georgia, and Malachi Moore in the fourth round as well, safety out of Alabama. And then wrapping up their final 2 picks, both were in the fifth round. Francisco Mauigoa, sorry, I'm definitely mispronounced that. Linebacker out of Miami. And then another Miami guy, edge rusher Tyler Barron. Tyler Barron. That's a much easier name for me to pronounce. Apologies again. So, in general, just real quick, my initial thoughts. This definitely seems like a draft of a rebuilding team. 7 picks, 7 different positions, if I'm not mistaken at all throughout the entire. You got a couple skill position players, got a couple trenches, got a couple of secondary guys as well. And it's also too, you go look at the Jets roster, especially even still defensively, like they moved, like some guys moved on in free agency, but they still have Quinn Williams, they still have Sauce Gardner, they still have some other really good guys like that they've drafted, like Will McDonald as well, that and Jermaine Johnson that have upside, and they've been improving
Yeah.
continuously. So, and they've even brought in some guys in free agency to help fill in some of those holes. So, definitely questions at the quarterback spot. This was a big Shador Sanders player, and maybe even like another quarterback player, but they decided to withhold on that and try and build an overall better 53-man roster, which, hey, I can respect. And like Justin Fields, low risk, high reward as well. But here, though, Ryan, what do you think of the Jets draft, these first couple of picks as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they got good value. I mean, they drafted these players right where I thought they would go. Armand Membou was my Will Campbell was my top offensive lineman. Armand Membou was my top tackle, specifically. And so I had Armand Membou like go in here in a few mocks. I think that was a really popular spot for him. He fits right in, plug and play at right tackle. Mason Taylor is a really talented and young tight end. The Jets have had a lot of tight end woes. So I think it was smart on them to pass on Loveland and Warren. You get your tackle, and then you still go and get a tight end here that can come in and contribute in his rookie year. History has shown that first round tight ends don't usually outperform tight ends that were taken later. Not saying that first round tight ends are bad historically. There's just usually not a huge drop off at the position.
What's wrong with
Um,
first round tight ends?
well, when you draft them at 4 overall ahead of Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei
Uh,
Sewell, uh,
Mika
the
Parsons.
yeah,
Yeah.
Micah Parsons. So,
Uh,
uh,
you make a great
now
point. You make a
Brock
great point.
Brock Bowers is the exception there. He's one he was a all pro, first team all pro as a rookie. But yeah, I think Mason Taylor, that's a great pick. Azareye'h Thomas from Florida State, I like as well. They have a very physical style that they like to play up there in New York. Obviously, I know with Aaron Glenn, there's going to be regime transition, but with Sauce and Azareye'h Thomas, you now have a lot of size on the outside at corner, and so I think they're going to match up well with a lot of teams. Day 3 is where they started to lose me a little bit. With that being said, I had a 5th round grade on Tyler Barron. They took him there. The other 3 guys, I had a later day 3 grade on Arian Smith specifically. Like, so Arian Smith is one of those wide receivers that he can get open. He can burn people. Is great off the line. He just had like 9 drops last year. Like, he just can't catch the football. And as a receiver, that's a pretty big thing
He
to
reminds
be
me
able to
of
do.
the star receiver in the movie The Replacements. There's
Yeah,
like he's got
yeah,
the speed, he can get open, but man, like he just like we're
yeah.
gonna
He's
need
got bricks for hands.
yeah, we're gonna need Gene Hackman to come out with the stick 'em.
Yeah.
Eh,
And so if they can get him to actually start catching the football, I think that could be a really good pick. But
it's kind of
yeah,
crucial to the job.
yeah, he needs to be able to catch the football. And at the NFL level, those catches are only going to get more and more contested. And he really struggled with physicality. So I I think it's interesting. I just didn't love their day 3 moves as much. I think Malachi Moore is a good safety. But yeah, like all in all, I thought they did a good job. This is like the quintessential like average draft for me. Where it's like they made 7 picks all at 7 different spots. They took players like exactly where they should go on the first 2 days, and then they took some flyers on day 3. And so I think for me, this is like my average grade is a C. And so like that is exactly what this is a C.
So I would say maybe my average grade is maybe a little bit higher than a C. But it's like so I would say this is
Yeah.
just like a B. I guess maybe my average is like a B. Like because I also think too, then just to counter your well, it's just your grading system, but like
Yeah.
they did get 2 starters, Armand Membou and Mason Taylor within their first 2 picks. Now, of course, as of right now, this is just according to our lads, but I also think too, you go get Amar Membou, like I think he's going to be the starter. Like his competition right now is Chuka Okorafor, and then Carter Ward. I know I butchered that one too. This has been an awful video for me with names, and I butchered is it not Azareye'h or is it Azareye'h?
It's Azareye'h.
Okay, so I
Um,
butchered that name.
I said Azareye'h for a long time, but it came out at the Senior Bowl that it was
Yeah,
Azareye'h. And then it's Francisco Mauigoa, I believe.
and so then I ruined the Italian guy's name as well. So it's and I think I even to Arian Smith. I think I was starting to call him Ariana as well. And so he catches like an Ariana, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
But that was mean. But in general, though, I think for the Jets as a whole, like this is gonna be the first draft for this new whole regime, just in general, and they even got a new GM too. So it's I think low expectations for the Jets this year. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they're expecting like a top 5 pick next year while trying to
yeah,
build a better draft overall as a whole. So but we'll have to see. In general, like I like the Membou flew up draft boards. And so I think Mason Taylor's a solid tight end as a whole. To your point, too, like not not too much of a difference overall from like Loveland and Warren. I think than like to Mason Taylor. Like they're better as of right now coming out of college, but like I could see Mason Taylor doing really well. And so and Justin Fields and when Justin Fields was at Chicago, he did have a good connection with Cole Kmet. So we'll have to kind of see
yeah,
how things pan out.
yeah. I know. I think that the Jets definitely got better. Like again, they made 7 picks. They took 7 players around. I think where they were going to go. I'm not really weighing day 3 in
Yeah,
on that. So
the math
uh,
checks out.
let's go ahead. Let's wrap up this video here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That is the best way to help out the channel. While you're down there, leave a comment on what you thought of the New York Jets 2025 NFL draft. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let us know down below. Knowing that, we'll see you guys next time.